Hi, I'm Dan from DIY Domination, and in this video, we are going to cover how to build a chicken coop from scratch all by yourself. Building your own chicken coop can be a rewarding project, but it's important to plan before you start hammering away. A well-thought-out plan will not only save you time and money, but also ensure that your chickens have a safe and comfortable home. To kick off your planning process, it's crucial to determine the size of your coop. This should be based on the number of chickens you'll have. Each chicken will need at least 2 to 3 square feet of space inside the coop. This space will allow them to move comfortably, play, and rest, promoting healthier and happier birds. Remember, a good coop isn't just about size, but also about design and functionality. So keep these factors in mind when sketching out your plan. So with the plan ready, let's dive into the actual building process. The foundation of any structure is its frame. Let's start with that. To construct the frame for our chicken coop, we'll be using 2x4 pieces of lumber. Start by cutting the lumber to the appropriate length to create a rectangular frame. This frame will form the base of the coop. Once you have your base frame, it's time to build a similar frame for the top of the coop. These two frames will be the main support for our coop, providing stability and structure. Now, to connect these two frames and give our coop some height, we'll cut and attach vertical 2x4s. These vertical supports are crucial, as they'll bear the weight of the walls and roof. Be sure to space your vertical supports evenly for the best stability. With the frame ready, it's time to give our coop some walls and a roof. Now let's move on to the walls and roof. Our coop is starting to take shape, but it's not quite a home yet. We're going to change that by giving it some protection from the elements. For the walls, we'll be using plywood sheets. Measure the sides of your coop frame carefully, and mark these measurements on your plywood. Remember, precision is key here. Once you've marked your measurements, use your circular saw to cut the plywood to size. Now, attach these panels to the frame. Keep in mind that we'll need to leave space for windows and doors. A coop without doors is a fortress, not a home. And without windows, it's a dark fortress at that. Now, let's talk about the roof. We'll construct the roof frame using more of our trusty 2x4s. Once the frame is built, we'll add the roofing material. This could be shingles or corrugated metal, depending on your preference. Ensure that it overhangs to protect the walls from any driving rain or snow. We want to keep our feathered friends dry and comfortable. Building your coop's walls and roof is a big step. It's really starting to look like a home now. But remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and your coop won't be either. Take your time, measure twice, cut once, and before you know it, you'll have a chicken coop to be proud of. Now that we have our walls and roof, let's add some windows and ventilation. Ventilation is crucial for the health of your chickens. Now let's discuss how to ensure there's adequate airflow in your coop. First, we're going to cut out openings for the windows. These openings not only let in natural light, but they also serve as a means for fresh air to circulate. To keep your chickens safe from any predators, cover these openings with hardware cloth. Now, on to creating adjustable windows. These are especially useful as they allow you to control the amount of airflow based on the weather. You can create these using plywood or a hinged frame, which can be opened or closed as needed. But it doesn't stop there. For those hot summer days, it's a good idea to install additional vents or openings higher up. Hot air rises, so these vents will allow the hot air to escape, keeping the coop cooler for your chickens. With our ventilation in place, let's move to door construction. Doors are an essential part of any coop. Now, our chicken coop needs 2 types of doors, one for us humans to access the coop and another smaller one for our feathered friends. Let's start with the human-sized door. You'll want to measure and cut a piece of your plywood to fit the opening you've left in your frame. Once you've got your door cut out, it's time to attach the hinges. Position them evenly along one edge of your door and then secure them with screws. On the opposite side, install a latch. This will keep your coop secure and predator-free. Next, we'll create a smaller door for the chickens. This door should be just large enough for your chickens to comfortably pass through. You can use the same method to attach hinges and a latch. Depending on the height of this door, you might want to install a simple ramp for easy access. With the doors in place, let's make some space for nesting and roosting. Every chicken needs a place to lay eggs and sleep. That's where nesting boxes and roosts come into play. So let's dive right into it. For the nesting boxes, you'll want to provide a comfortable and private spot where your hens can lay their eggs. The boxes should be large enough for a hen to sit in comfortably. Typically, a 12 by 12 inch square box will suffice. Now, on to the roosts. Chickens like to sleep off the ground, so providing roosts or perches is essential. You can use a sturdy piece of 2x2 lumber or a thick dowel. Position these roosts higher than your nesting boxes, as chickens instinctively prefer to sleep at the highest point available. Remember, the key here is comfort and accessibility. Make sure both nesting boxes and roosts are easy to clean and check. After all, you'll be collecting eggs and monitoring your flock's health. With the nesting boxes and roosts ready, let's discuss insulation. If you're in a colder climate, insulation can be a chicken saver. Insulation helps to keep your feathered friends warm when the temperature drops. It's not a necessity for everyone, but in chillier regions, it can make a world of difference. Consider adding insulation to the walls and the roof of your coop. This extra layer provides a barrier against the cold, keeping the inside of the coop cozy and comfortable for your chickens, even in the depths of winter. Now that we've insulated our coop, it's time to paint and weatherproof. A good paint job is not just for aesthetics, it's a protective shield against the elements. Let's dive right into the painting process. To begin with, we're going to apply a layer of primer. This primer acts as a base for the exterior paint and helps it adhere better to the surface. It also provides an extra layer of protection to our chicken coop. Now, onto the main event, the exterior paint. This is what's going to give our chicken coop its unique personality and charm. More importantly, it's going to shield our coop from harsh weather conditions and extend its lifespan. Remember to choose an exterior-grade paint, as it's designed to withstand the elements. If you've decided to paint the interior of the coop, make sure to use a non-toxic paint. We want to create a safe and healthy environment for our feathered friends after all. With a fresh coat of paint on, let's add the finishing touches. The final touches can make all the difference. It's the details that bring our chicken coop from functional to fabulous. So let's dive right in. First, we'll add the remaining hardware. This could include door handles on our human-sized door for easy access, locks to keep our feathered friends safe, and maybe even some decorative trim to give the coop a little extra flair. Remember, this is your coop. Let your creativity shine. Next, we turn our attention inside the coop. It's time to set up the food and water containers. Placement is key here. Make sure they're easy for you to refill, but also out of the way enough that your chickens aren't likely to knock them over. And there we have it, folks. Our chicken coop is almost complete. A few final touches, and it's transformed from a simple structure into a cozy home for our chickens. With the coop nearly ready, let's create a safe space for our chickens to roam. A chicken run is a great way to give your chickens some safe outdoor space. It's essentially an extension of the coop, providing a protected area where your chickens can roam freely, peck at the ground, and enjoy the sunshine. To set up the run, you'll need to build a frame using 2x2 wood. The size of the run will depend on the number of chickens you have, but as a rule of thumb, each chicken should have at least 10 square feet of run space. Once your frame is built, cover it with hardware cloth to keep predators out. Make sure to bury the edges of the cloth at least a foot deep to prevent any burrowing creatures from getting in. You can also include a gate in the run for easy access. Lastly, connect the run to the coop with a small door, so your chickens can move between the two spaces as they please. And there you have it, your very own homemade chicken coop. Your feathered friends will thank you for it. And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's take a step back and marvel at the fruit of our hard work, the completed chicken coop. We see our feathered friends eagerly exploring their new home, clucking in contentment. They move easily between the coop and the run, pecking at the ground, basking in the sun, and occasionally retreating to the comfort of the coop. The coop is sturdy, safe, and perfectly suited to their needs. The run is spacious and secure, offering them the freedom they crave. The joyous clucking and chirping of our chickens is a testament to their satisfaction. This is more than a structure of wood and wire. It's a sanctuary for our chickens, a place they can call home. So pat yourself on the back for a job well done. You've not only built a chicken coop, you've created a haven for your backyard flock. Thank you for following along on this journey. We hope you found this video helpful, and that your chickens love their new home.